Ichia Uzoka. Imagine Ono being a two-edged sword. Because of the few things he gains from the palace, he couldn't stand for the truth. A simple truth about a poor boy who is finding his way to glorify his mother, who was a queen.
But you know what? To tell you the truth, I suspect that Lolo Gochi is behind all this. I am telling you, Lolo Gochi is behind all these problems.
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I don't know. Make me to understand.
Do you think that Lolo Gochi is comfortable with this idea of bringing the queen's body to be buried in the palace? Don't you think she's the one on Igwe's neck over this matter?
I think you're very, very correct. But I have a plan.
What plan?
We will go and see the prince and discuss with him. Since his father has made up his mind, how do you see to it?
I think you're right. Yes. Shall we go now? Or maybe later?
We will go and we put our heads together before we know we put our action.
Okay.
We can't just come and start.
Because in the process of putting our heads together, we might knock our heads and the
if we knock our heads,
I don't want that.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Wakego, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Where is your father?
He's in the next compound. Please sit, let me call him.
It's fine.
See, heaven is working on earth. Your Majesty, this one you left the magnificent palace and then come to my rickety house.
But don't forget, when a toad is running in the daytime, it's obvious something is wrong.
My queen, you're your father's daughter.
Papa, I'll be inside.
It's all right, my dear.
Isioma, wait for me in the car.
My queen.
I came to see you in confidence.
I'm only yes.
And also tell you that as we speak, I already transferred 3 million naira into your account. Yes. I want you to do everything within your powers to stop Charles, the prince, from bringing his mother's corpse into the palace.
My queen, you know as well as I do that the king's word is a law. And he has spoken about this matter and he has taken decision.
No, not yet. The king had a meeting yesterday with Ichie Uzoka and Ichie Nwelim. And it was said that the king is yet to collect the bride price paid on Elizabeth. Honestly, since yesterday, the king has not been himself. And I wouldn't want to see him dwell so long on this issue. So that's why I'm here. You are the traditional prime minister. I want you to use your powers. Do anything you can to end that nonsense, that propaganda.
So, my queen, the money you are talking about is in my account.
Where is your phone?
Makego. Makego! Get me my phone immediately. What do I offer my queen? Huh?
I'm okay.
Hi. It is here, my queen. So count it done.
Yes, I know I can count on you.
Of course.
Because you've never disappointed me.
Of course, Adamwake Pananka. You don't learn left-hand dexterity in the old age.
And finally, I will advise you extend little money to Obina and Amaka to help them hasten up their mother's burial. I would have loved to go there to see them, but I don't know what will be the outcome. So let me mind my business. Don't you think so?
My queen, like I have told you, you need to go to sleep. Since this money is in my account. Look, the sage himself, King Solomon, in the good books, which is the Bible, he says, money answereth all things. With this money, count your wish done. You can go to sleep, my queen.
Ichionyema, you've never disappointed me.
Nor will I ever disappoint you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my queen.
All right, I should be on my way now.
My queen, may I have the honor of walking you to your car?
Yes, of course.
Hey, I will not forget today that the queen herself came to my The king is very serious about his decision. He has even threatened to do the unthinkable should anybody dare him. So, I will want you people as a family to bury your dead in peace. I know that even the prince does not know his mother too well, because I remember at a point he was even avoiding coming here to see her.
Ichonyema,
Amen.
you are welcome once more.
Thank you.
See, what you have just said now is true. But the whole situation is still confusing me. Because I have a question. Why is the mother's body so important to him at death than when she was alive?
Well, that's a question for the gods. But I do know of Omona Kingdom. My advice is that you people should start making serious plan on how to bury Queen Elizabeth. That is exactly the debt you owe her at this point in time. On my own part, I am giving you people 300,000 naira. At least that will take care of the Umadha demands.
Okay.
Accept my little token.
Thank you very much. Oh no, thank you.
Oh no, thank you, sir. Thank you, no. But you see, I do not want any help from any member of the palace. I can bury my mother alone.
Obina! What are you talking about? Huh? We are talking of burial. And there's a lot of celebration that follows. Oh no, here has supported with something. And we cannot ignore it. Oh no. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I should be on my way.
Okay.
Meanwhile, somebody should come to my house to collect the money.
Okay. Okay. Hey! Oh, no, thank you.
Amakwa mi ife njekwa ife o. Amakwa mi ife njekwa ife o. Let us leave anything that has to do with the palace and bury our mother. Is it too difficult that you people cannot understand it? Let us leave anything that has to do with Onowu, Igwe, the prince, anybody related to the palace. Let us handle this burial by ourselves.
Brother, please calm down. We need the fund for this burial. Even if it's the king that brings the money, they collect.
Which king? King will give you money.
Chukuma. Jekima. How are you? Oh well, we're keeping fine. I hear that you have just come into town. Where's you? Chukuma, how I know these things should not bother you. What's important is that you are truly back in town and I need a favor. Oh yes. Okay, you are Obinna's closest friend and I believe that you can help me with information. Okay, so this is it. I need you to help me unravel where Obinna has taken my mother's body to. I need the precise mortuary where her body has been taken. If you're able to do this, I promise to transfer the sum of 500,000 naira to you. And let me add that if at the end of the day I am able to go there and retrieve my mother's body, I will be very glad to add to this offer that I have just made. If you give me one, there's something that you feel that you can do. Good. Thank you very much. Well, give me posted. Yes. Bye.
So this is true.
What?
That you've been engaging your other siblings from the drunk father in a fight every day. Be it on the road, in the street, marketplace, name them. And I ask you, aren't you bringing disgrace to the throne of my forefathers? Now I overheard you telling someone to help you locate where they dropped the dead bones of your useless, adulterous mother.
Father, please respect the memory of my mother. She is still my mother. Even in death, she remains my mother. She has lived her life how she knew best. Maybe not to your standard, but Dad, she's dead and gone, and it is what it is. And please, let me also correct this. I did not fight. I don't know where you got that from.
I hate your mother. I hate everything about her.
Of course, that's very clear.
And I told you that even in life or in death, I will not have anything to do with her. So don't dare me.
Oh, Father, I've been meaning to ask you, are you sure that you are not the village drunk that you constantly refer to? Are you sure that you're not the father of the set of twins? Are you sure that Obinna and Amaka are not your children?
Every woman is expected to give birth at the 9th month. But your mother left this palace on the 10th month and gave birth to those set of useless twins.
Father, my mother.
So, even under my roof, she shits.
Father, my mother kept sounding it in my ears that you're the father of Obinna and Amaka. And now I want to ask you, as my father and as the king of this kingdom, do you know this village drunk you constantly talk about? Have you met him? Have you seen him before? What information do you have on him? I mean, you are the king. You are supposed to know. Do you have any kind of information on this man?
Don't ask me such a stupid question. Do you look at me and I appear to you as a child? Everyone in this village knows your mother was hobnobbing with one drunk from Amachala. Do your findings.
And you think that the wife of a king would stoop so low to hobnob with a loafing village drunk? Dad?
Well, I am not interested in whatever you do.
Of course.
Suit yourself. But let me warn you. Don't ever contemplate to bring the dead bones of that useless woman into my palace. If you like, you dare me.
Your mom was a very kind-hearted woman, very lovely. For 6 months she stayed here. She said a whole lot of things. We had wonderful conversation. She said deep things, good stories about you. She even made it very clear to me what really made her to leave the palace and even what transpired between her and the king. I believe you won't feel very bad if I'm telling you this.
Truth is that I did not spend enough time with my mother. Except for when I was really young. Before she left the palace. And I remember her constantly coming to check on me at the palace because, you know, my father wouldn't let her take me. And I also have vivid memories of her coming to fight for me and protect me from my stepmother who my father married, and she started maltreating me. This breaks my heart.
I understand. To be honest, you're a man. Thank God she had you with the twins that came and took care of her. But my question is, these twins, are they from the king?
I thought you said that you and my mother had some time to talk. Did she not tell you everything? Doctor, you would agree that this is not a good time for this kind of conversation, but what I can tell you is that the twins are my siblings. Please, now that I am still strong, let me see my mother's body before we take her to the morgue.
I honestly want you to have this in your mind, and with all sincerity, with all modesty, you and the twins came from the same Lord. That was what your mother told me. Well, the only problem she has with you is that you so much believe in your father than her.
Please, can I see my mother's body before she's taken to the mortuary? Or have you moved her to the mortuary yet?
My prince, please, you have to eat something. You have not eaten anything lately. I know that you have a lot on your mind. Please, you have to eat something.
Ngozika,
Your Majesty.
you have worked for me in this palace for over 20 years. You have served me well. My son Charles was a teenager when you came to live with us, and the mother left. You know every nook and crannies of this palace. You hear when gossip came? You were here also when gossip were flying around? You were here when Lovett, my daughter, was born. You're also aware what happened when my first wife left the palace. The problem between Charles, my son, and his stepmother. Well, let me not go into that because it is normal in every family setup, especially a royal family like ours. Well, by extension, you are part and parcel of this household. Now, in all sincerity, tell me, am I a wicked king?
No, Your Majesty. You are not. At least with your effort, my children are all graduates. You contributed tremendously in raising my kids and other things you have been doing.
But my son Charles says I am a wicked king. Simply because I refused to grant him his request to bury his mother in this palace. That's the only thing that is tearing this palace apart.
Your Majesty, if you seek for my opinion, I will say the truth.
Oh, what's the truth?
Your Majesty, the prince has been going through a lot. He hardly eats anything these days. Last night when I went to serve him food, he was so deep in thought, and I don't know if he has been depressed, sir. Your Majesty, please allow him bury his mother here. She was a queen and remains a queen even in death.
And what makes you think I'll grant such request?
Your Majesty, the queen had the twins 10th month after she left the palace. I am a mother. I have given birth to twins in 10th month because of complications. Please, Your Majesty, if you check well, you will agree with me that both of you has been sleeping together before the unimaginable thing that happens between the queen and your mother. She might be pregnant before she left the palace.
Dr. Ngozika.
Your Majesty, I am not a doctor, but I am talking from a mother's point.
Now leave me.
Okay, Your Majesty.
The anger is too much. Onyege quench the fire. palace is on fire. What are we fighting for? Everybody's running helter skelter. What are we fighting for? The hatred is too much. I get you see my king when I'm no man. Wait for me and you. If I know you. Malupa no can you now marry one now? I can never see a man who come. Malaysia kuno one akazu sonyaga malupa no Kenya dia no one ewa mono moli obonye meli fenada obonye meli fenada. On the man, they say I love you. You went on my joker. On the man, they say I love you. You went on my joker. The anger is too much. On your girl, quench the fire. The anger is too much. On your girl, quench the fire. The palace is on fire. What are we fighting for? Everybody's running helter skelter. What are we fighting for?
My prince, because of your closeness to me, your father is beginning to think I am the one who is controlling you, when there is absolutely no such thing.
Why would you think so, no?
Because he has seen us together in various occasions.
Oh no, my father is a very rigid man. He is self-conceited, never listens to anyone. I do not think that should bother you. My father only does things he's made up his mind to do.
Thank the gods that you're beginning to see some of the flaws of your father. Don't do the same when you take over from him. Having said that, I want us to trash out the issue of your late mother's burial. My prince, I want you to allow your uncle and your brothers to bury Queen Elizabeth, your late mother, in a place of their choice. Because your father, I know, has made up his mind to the contrary.
Oh no, is this why you invited me here?
It's just one of them, but let us take it one after the other.
Oh no, well, I have a lot of respect for you.
Thank you.
And that is why I run to you for guidance from time to time. But I see that you have started thinking and talking like the Gentiles. Therefore, I am going to stay away from you. Oh no, you are a custodian of our culture and tradition. You know the truth. Yet you want me to bury my mother outside the palace cemetery. I have heard you. Oh no, I hear you, but we'll see how it goes. That is not what
I was trying to hear me. You just veered off the tangent. You did not understand.
Serious with your job. Your duty is to supervise the maidens and other staffs. What is wrong with you? All you do is to gossip from morning to night. Next time I find you wanting, I will not only have you dismissed, but I will lock you up.
Sorry, my king.
Nonsense. And you? Your job is not only following the queen around. If the food is ready, give it to the prince.
Father, my mother's portrait in my room is missing. Do you happen to know who took it?
Oh, well, I don't understand you.
You have not answered my question, Father.
I said I don't understand what you are talking about. Listen, if this sudden madness that has befallen you has started again, get out of my sight now.
I'm not going to leave your presence without an answer, Dad.
I said I don't know what you are talking about. I have not entered your room today. Even if I see any portrait there, what will I be doing with it?
You talk like this, Father? I am talking about my mother's portrait, Father. You talk like this. How can you be so insensitive? Father, if you talk like this, then you leave me no other option than to burn down this palace. I kept my mother's portrait in my room. Now it is missing. It simply means that someone walked in there and took it out. I need answers.
Have you asked the chef? Because they are the people that have access to your room.
Isioma.
Yes, sir.
Get me the other maidens now. Fast!
Who among you removed the portrait in my son's room?
Your Majesty, I have not entered the prince's room since this morning when I went to dress it. And he said I shouldn't worry. Even while I left, the portrait was still there, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, now I'm always confined to the compound. Those two for who goes in and comes out of this palace. I don't have access in there.
Your Majesty, the portrait was there when I left the room, sir. I don't know what happened to the portrait.
So, the portrait suddenly grew wings and flew away. Is that what you are telling me? I'll get to the root of it. You can all go.
Father, I just might get to the root of this. Before you, if you do not act adequately, ask your wife about this portrait, for I am going to step my feet in the dark to unveil whoever is behind this. Ask your wife.
A threat, I suppose.
The anger is too much. Onyege quench the fire.
Isioma. How many times did I call you? See, something in me deeply tells me that you know what happened to that portrait. I am convinced that you know what happened to that portrait. It didn't just grow legs, not develop wings and fly out.
Biaikena, the king just summoned us once. Don't allow them call us the second time.
You think I'm agitated? Now let me tell you, even when he was scolding us, I saw your legs shaking. Your heart was just pumping fast.
Did you see my heart? Did you open my chest and see my heart? Don't try me,
and don't point at me, I'm not your mate. I'm not your mate. I'll deal with you in this palace. Don't ever try it. Have you suddenly lost your mind? Nonsense.
Isioma, you are the seer in the palace. After all, you are the one with the regist here. What exactly happened to the prince's mother's portrait?
That I don't know.
You have to know.
I do not even enter the prince's room the way you do. As a matter of fact, you should know better.
Isioma, see, if you don't have respect, you should have fear. That portrait didn't just disappear just like that. Someone in this palace took it. So what are you telling me? Let's call a spade a spade.
What I know is that the prince is very, very angry. And I know he will do all he can to get who took that picture away from that place.
Is it now our prince? I trust him now.
Me, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me.
Ana wakola.
Your Majesty, this cold war going on between you and your son Prince Charles has gotten to the point that even our market women are discussing about it and the open market. I came to see you so that we can please end this issue.
Do I care? Do I look like I care? Even if they like, let them take it to the moon. I don't care. When his mother left this palace, it was celebrated all over the new space. So, why would this one be more than a breaking news? My only take is that halotous woman will not be buried in the cemetery of my forefathers. No.
You are the one stretching this issue, Your Majesty.
How do you mean?
You lack the spirit of forgiveness, even to the death. Queen Elizabeth is a woman you married out of love. You ought to have forgiven her and allowed all these issues to rest.
Ishiamwelim.
Your Majesty.
I take exception to that. You said I lack the spirit of forgiveness? How can you say a thing like that? Listen, there is a limit to what I can take from you. Do you even know the weight of her crime against my mother? My dear mother?
To err is human, and to forgive is divine. This is an age-long poetic word, and we must imbibe it daily. Allow your son to bury his mother and stop making our kingdom a subject matter in the entire state. You love your mother so well. So how then do you think that a son can just throw away his mother just like that. Even a mad woman's son take his mother home and bat her. I will tell you before I leave that you are fighting a futile war, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. You are getting on my nerves. The only reason I will not walk you out of my palace is because of the position you are holding in this palace. Don't dare me.
Your Majesty, please withdraw those hard words before I leave.
And if I don't, what will happen?
I will not lead you astray, but I only advise you to end this cold war in your palace. I beg to leave, Your Majesty.
I told you to strip Ichiewelim of his title, but you said no. Now look at it. Look at the kind of words he uttered before the king of this land. The other day he complained to you that I insulted him. So tell me, why wouldn't I insult him? When all he do is go about and gossip against this royal home.
Ichiewelim is a member of the royal cabinet. He has right to his opinion.
Oh, really? So, if that is the case, why are you angry then?
I have warned you. Stop meddling in the palace affair. You have no right over our palace decisions. I have warned you. Whatever I said to him, he is a man. He will understand. Anyways, what happened to the portrait in my son's room?
I don't understand. Which portrait?
Queen Elizabeth's portrait my son kept in his room. Who removed it?
My king, with all due respect, I refuse to be insulted. You are accusing me? Oh, come on. This question shouldn't be directed to me. It should be to the workers. What's my business with the portrait?
You are raising your voice? No. Why are you raising your voice on me? Have I taken out the dignity in you as a woman? I only asked you a simple question.
Hey, this is nothing. Do not let this have effect on you. Definitely your father will have nothing to do with that portrait. Either the queen sent someone to get it, all in the bid to get at you. But hey, relax. You have the original copyright. You can give it to someone or give it to me. I will make a bigger one for you.
What exactly is going on here? I need to know what is going on here. I mean, the portrait was just, it was right there. You know?
Hey, baby.
What are you saying to me? That I should forget my mother's portrait just like that? Something very close to my heart?
Hey, baby. This is not the mission, remember?
What is the mission?
This is just a way to slow you down. Let us just forget it and fight for your mother's place in this palace. I spoke with my father and he said your mother has the first son. She never got married to another man. She had children 10 months after she left the palace. That means those children are your blood. You can go for a DNA test just to prove your mother right or wrong. Come on, baby. Please. Let us just do this.
Your father said that?
Yes.
You just have a way of, I don't know how you do it, baby, but you just make it easy. Huh? You make it so easy, thank you.
That's why you have me.
Yes. Thank you.
Come here. So now, can my baby please take me home?
Nah. I'd like for you to spend the night.
Come on, babe. Do you want my father to kill me?
No. I'm going to give him a grandson that looks exactly like me. And he's going to fall in love with him.
Then you need to do the right thing.
You! I can't catch you off guard now, can I? You're mischievous, you know that, right?
Yeah. Thank you for always listening to me.
Thank you for being my weakness. I love you more.
Who is that? Who is that?
Open a bag.
What do you want?
We want to see His Majesty. Go and tell him that the twins are here to see him.
Okay, I'm coming.
The hatred is too much. I get you see my king when I'm no man.
Your Majesty, I have two people at the gate. They said they want to see you.
Bring them in.
Thank you, Your
So, Father, who must have taken the portrait? Because I don't know anything about it.
Don't bother yourself. I must get to the root of the matter. Such a thing cannot be missing in this palace. It's not possible.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Greetings, Your Highness.
Sit down.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Thank you.
Who are you?
Your Majesty, my name is Obinna. And here with me is my twin sister, Chiamaka. We are here to complain a serious issue to you.
What is it?
We are the children of your late wife, Queen Elizabeth. I am sure this is the first time you are setting your eyes on us. Our mother told us that you are our father.
Your Majesty, please, that is not why we are here. We are here to beg you to please help us warn your son to leave us alone. Let him allow us bury our mother. He has been threatening us, saying all sorts of things to us, Your Majesty.
Who has the possession of her corpse?
Her corpse is with me, Your Highness. But he has been disturbing us. He said he wants to bury her here in the palace.
Bury her? I said bury her. Don't tell me when, where and how. I don't care. Just bury her. All I know is that that woman's corpse must not enter this palace. And now listen, both of you. I don't want to see any of you anywhere around this palace. Am I well understood? Now get out. I said get out!
Father, you are too harsh on them.
They are the children of the former queen. And I've asked for your permission to go ahead. Ordering them out is not a good idea.
Get out. Now! What's all this? Suddenly, everybody appears to have gone mad.
The hatred is too much. I get you, she mocking when I'm no man. Wait for me, oh, if I know you. Malupa no can you now, Mare, one now, dear. I can never see a man and go come. If my Malaysia could know one name, I can't so young. Malupa no can you no, one name, they were born normally. Upon your belief another. Upon your belief another.
So you've been going to your mother's family house, demanding to know where they kept the corpse of your mother. I thought you know. And you have been shouting, disturbing the entire neighborhood, this palace. And you didn't see them walk out now.
I don't have a business with those people. I have my plans.
They came here begging me to beg you to allow them bury their mother.
Is that all they came for?
Charles, why don't you allow peace to reign? Allow them bury their mother. Please.
Dad, I want to ask you a question. After my mother left the no, let me rephrase. After you threw my mother out of the palace, did you go back to her people to collect the money you paid on her head?
Her brother refused to bring back the money I paid on her. But I wasn't bothered.
Which leads me to my second question. Did my grandmother, your mother, ever kick their king's men out of this palace when they came here for that issue?
I don't know why you are disturbing me with all this. See, who is even feeding you with all these lies? Who? The only thing I know is that I wasn't married to your mother. She ceased to be my wife the moment she left. That's all.
It doesn't work like that. I hope you remember that when a woman leaves her husband and the man does not go to her family to collect the bride price he paid, that woman remains his wife, even in death.
That's not applicable to me.
Daddy, it's applicable to you because it is tradition. And that tradition has been in existence even before you were born, with all due respect. You cannot change tradition. You cannot twist the law just to support your cause and mission. As it is, you will agree with me that my mother, Queen Elizabeth, is still your wife. I know you don't want to hear it. I get it. But Daddy, both of you are still married. She is still family and must be buried as family. Remember when I told you to call her back, bring her back to the palace so that we can all live as one big family? You refused. And now you see where we are. So you would agree with me, that at this point we can rest this topic, because the truth is staring you and I in the face.
Charles, let me say this again. Your mother cannot be addressed as my wife. Even in death, I disown her.
And I tell you again, Father, that you lie. Tradition is tradition. The law is the law. You cannot twist tradition to favor your mission. You are not INEC, Daddy. You cannot change the constitution of this land.
And I tell you what, I remain obedient to my conviction. Take it to the bank.
We'll see.
The hatred is too much.
My daughter, I invited you because I know you are the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth. And as a true daughter of your mother, you are supposed to be very calm in the face of all this brouhaha. I don't like the corpse of your mother to be used as a toy. Therefore, I advise you to convince your brother and uncle to bury her corpse and thereby put an end to this matter once and for all.
Ichie, I am trying my best. But Prince Charles is not helping issues. Do you know that he stationed some cult guys around our house?
Really?
Yes! Some of them are as strange to me, while some of them I know them. And I know his plans. His plan is to hijack my mother's body during the burial. That is what he wants. Ichie, please, you have to help me. Help me beg Prince Charles to allow us bury our mother in peace.
You mean Prince Charles stationed cult boys around your home or what?
Yes, he did. I am so surprised that he is a cultist. Like I said before, some of those boys are from this community, while others are not. So tell me, what are we supposed to do? Anyway, my brother is doing something about it.
What is he doing? Is he involved in cultism too?
No, my brother is not a cultist.
You mean Obinna is not a cultist? Because two of them are your brothers.
Ichie, I'm talking about Obinna.
Okay.
Obinna is not a cultist.
Okay.
You just want to involve the police and other security agency, that's all.
I see. Well, this is a very important information. I am going to see what and what to do so as to secure your home. Only if you and your brother will pick up a date and then get back to me.
Okay, Chie, I've heard you. I will discuss it with my brother and get back to you.
As soon as possible.
Yes.
Good.
Okay, I beg to take my leave now.
It's all right, but remember what I said. Pick up a date, you and your brother, and get back to me as soon as possible.
Okay, sir.
Chukwalu, Papa, if I may ask you, what is his main interest on this burial? Because I have noticed all he wants is for us to bury Auntie Elizabeth, bury Auntie Elizabeth, bury. Some of them that are closer to the palace will always do the king's decision. In as much as we are hiding the mortuary location from Charles, the king might not want us to bury Auntie Elizabeth at the palace, you know.
My son, you are not far from the truth. King Omenka, I know him too well. If not for what Charles did when the sickness started newly, I wouldn't fight along with him, so my sister will be buried in the palace. I just ignored all of them from that royal house.
Well, Ono said he will make sure that everybody is protected. I had to tell him our experience with the strangers mounted around this compound on a daily basis.
Let's be watching them.
Mother, without my consent. I have also gone ahead to tell my father, the king, that my stance on this matter will not change.
Okay. In that case, I want you to do one thing. Just one thing. Something that will favor you and your father at the same time. Yeah? Go to the king and tell him that you have accepted to bury your mother outside the palace on one condition. There has to be a DNA test. Yes, to prove the paternity of those twins. Please insist on that. Yeah? Because your mother, you know, I'm her direct kinsman. Therefore, she confided in me that she was